Hi, we're here today with Paul Kautza, who's the director of TDWI's education programs, and we're here to talk about the upcoming TDWI World Conference in San Diego, being held September 21st through the 26th at the Manchester Grand Hotel. And so, Paul, I understand the theme is managing Agile for the enterprise. Do you care to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing Agile now at our conferences for about 5 years, and we started 5 years ago. We'd ask the crowd in the keynote how many of you are trying to do Agile, and about one or two hands went up. To last year, we did it, about 75% of the hands went up. And what's been happening with Agile is people are trying it in projects here and there. And what we're trying to focus on now is how do you bring Agile and Agile methodologies to your enterprise, in enterprise data warehousing. And we're doing much more. We've got a dozen classes in San Diego focused around Agile, but we've got about 50 or 55 full and half day classes covering all the other aspects. But the Agile focus is really a little bit deeper in terms of how do I data model around Agile? How do I get my data model correct so I don't have to refactor it all the time and do those types of things, and the testing. So we're really going very deep in Agile and looking at it more from an enterprise perspective.
And aren't there courses as well on things like requirements gathering and project management of Agile, big enterprise-wide Agiles?
Yes, we have from basically the beginning level of Agile, how to manage a product, how to do the Scrum, all the way to extreme scoping for enterprise Agile and things like that. But in addition to Agile, we've got all of the core tracks that we usually have. We have our business intelligence fundamentals, which covers requirements gathering and project management, program management. We've got 6 days on analytics. We've from performance management all through for predictive and data mining. We've still got our data modeling, dimensional modeling. There's also going to be an executive forum on data quality, governance, and master data management, which would be bolted on to the conference. A little bit different for the executives to come look at some of those things. So we've got a lot of stuff on leadership and management as well, across the gamut of spectrum of data warehousing and BI.
Well, and I know we've got a wide variety of courses that are out there. What are some of the most popular courses right now?
Well, I think the Agile ones will be very, very well attended in San Diego, but outside of that, some of the popular courses that we have are really our data modeling, dimensional modeling classes, because those are a hard skill. You can send your people to those conferences and they can learn how to do a dimensional model for data warehousing, how to do a third normal form data model, so that they can go back and actually start using those skills day one and not have to hire consultants to do those. So those are some of our more popular ones, as well as some of our little more soft skills, trying to get people to understand how to talk to the business, how business and IT need to collaborate together and work through that process.
And it's called a World Conference, but really these are all-day full-day courses with a course book, and they're instructor-led. So it's a little bit different than a conference, isn't it?
Yeah, we have been struggling with that for a while, but I don't like to call it a conference. It really is an in-depth, vendor-neutral best practice training event. So everything that I've got in I think it's 50 or 55 classes, the minimum is 3 hours on a single topic. The majority of them are 6 hours. We'll have, so you can do 6 hours on intro to dimensional modeling, 6 hours on advanced dimensional modeling the next day. And so we try to have the curriculum build so that you can go through that process to do, for analytics, for example, 6 hours on performance management the next day, 6 hours on best practices for designing dashboards and scorecards, to 6 hours on business analytics, to 6 hours on fundamentals of predictive analytics. And if you want more, you can go to advanced predictive analytics and data mining. So it's a Sunday through Friday progression, and it's the only place you're going to find in the industry where you can get the in-depth vendor-neutral best practice education.
Right, so it's education full day, yet in a conference setting. We do have an exhibit hall. There's evening receptions, networking opportunities, and it's going to be a full week. Thanks for your time today and helping to explain it.
Hope to see everybody in San Diego.
If you need more information, please visit us at tdwi.org.